Not streaming. I'm just gonna manually start
Steph,
it.
it's Crystal. Can you hear me?
Yes, I need it on X2.
Okay, it's on X2.
Says you're
We are
live.
3 minutes out.
You're on the air.
Out.
Awesome. I don't know why it's not
John,
showing
fill
up.
you in on the pre-show teas that
We're
we're
getting
doing
an error?
again.
I don't know. I went and grabbed Crystal. You didn't have a live Rio graphic, so I went and grabbed one for Steph for this pre-tease.
So updates
Okay.
you're making are showing
Yeah.
up, right,
So
Paul?
what we'll do is we have a
Yes,
uh,
I would go check with Jess.
pre-taped
She's the one creating the
Olympics
graphic that we're
open.
trying to
It's
push
pretty
through.
short, only about 15 seconds. It's Joe's voice. So your roll cue will be day 5 of the 2016 Rio Games. And then same thing will come out to you live, and I'm Steph Strickland, ad-lib your teas. We have no VO under that, it'll just be you. I'm sorry, Paul, what were you saying about the graphic?
Still do not have that graphic. Still do not have metal count.
Did you drop it from the cheese now?
Not yet. It's likely, unless stuff really does not take up all the
Let's
time.
just do it because I gotta go. All right, I'll check with you later.
Well, or what? You have to do something?
No, I gotta go upstairs and recut a promo.
Let's just do it. We'll
Okay.
just drop it.
Right, thanks.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop Matt's weather teas.
Matt is not going to be in tease 1. Matt's not going to be in tease 1.
Still there?
Oh, it's working.
I watched her do it.
And it's not coming through to X2. I do not see it in X2. It's part of tease 1, right?
Yeah, what channel is it? Is it in the wrong channel maybe?
No, because it's not showing up on any other channel either.
It's like only one, isn't it?
Where is she making it?
Tease one.
What part of tease 1? I've got 18 lines of tease 1.
It's a white line. I think it's in the
It's in the actual scripted.
yeah. It'd be the two-shot jumbo script.
No,
there
it's
is
not. No, it's
not
not
that
tease 1. It's tease 2.
Tease two.
Tease 2.
It's physically sitting in line B9.
Oh, is that X1?
No, hold on.
Oh, really?
Let's take care of that after the open. I'm 1 minute away.
1 minute out. 1 minute.
Is that what this is? Oh, there it is. I've
There
got
is.
it.
Yeah, it's a weird. It doesn't say metal count.
You can tell Jess I've got it. Hey Jess, we've got the metal count. Thank you.
Christine, we're about 30 to the open.
And in about 2 minutes, you'll see me walk through the booth.
I just saw myself.
So I just put in a live Rio for
There you go.
Steph's teas.
Thank you. Did you want to? I've got a live Rio.
Oh, you do? I didn't see it in there.
Well, I made one. Can
Oh.
you? If you can drop them in, that's great. Do you want a Rio over this? This package?
I'm not quite sure. I haven't looked at this, so I don't know.
And just confirming from editing, this pre-show package does have music like yesterday, right, Yazak? I hope so. All right.
Stand by for open.
I'm assuming it
Stand by for
does because
open.
I don't. Okay, we're on the air.
Whenever I think about it, it's hard not to break into tears.
On the mat, in the pool, and on the court. Northwest athletes living out their
You're the
Olympic
cure.
dreams on day 5 of the 2016 Rio Olympic.
Go Steph.
I'm Stephanie Strickland live in Rio de Janeiro
Yes.
at the Olympic Games. I talked to 2 women who are the most dominant in their sport. What's at stake coming up?
Go.
I'm going as soon as it queues up. I have
Sorry.
to wait for it.
This
Now,
is KGW News at 5.
Great, you clear for about 4 minutes, Steph.
First hit 5, a missing boy in
Stand by,
Beaverton.
Christine.
Police are looking for a 15-year-old boy who they say has only the mental
Yes.
capacity of a 7-year-old.
He's always wearing a smile. So really, I don't know what happened, and I've just been looking for him.
Tonight, searchers are going door to door and looking through backyards, desperately
So-
trying to find him. The teenager went missing last night, and his family is worried sick.
Christine Pitawaj is live in Beaverton where search and rescue crews are looking for him. Christine, what's the latest?
Joe, unfortunately, no information as of yet as to whether or not they found the boy. Search and rescue near Southwest Allen Boulevard and Hall. They're trying to find 15-year-old Alvin Gomez Mendez here. Police, search crews, and other volunteers went door to door, scouring the area today, asking folks living nearby if they've seen Mendez, who also goes by Vito. Of course, fueling
Mike, are
all
you
the
still here?
concern, though, is police say he's 15 but has a mental capacity of a 7-year-old. Mendez was last seen around 7 last night at the Allenwood Apartments, where he lives with his grandmother.
I have a technical
She says
issue
he
when
left
he
to
has
get
a second.
tacos from a food truck, but never came back.
About
We
2
spoke
minutes
with her
out,
with
step 2 out.
translator.
It's something that he usually does. He goes out and gets his tacos, but he never takes longer than 30 minutes, and he always comes back immediately.
Cure.
Cute.
She says this kind of thing has never happened before, but she says lately Mendez has been acting a little different, more quiet, not really wanting to talk to her. Right now, she says she's grateful for all the help from police and the community, but right now she's tormented and just wants her grandson to be found. Right out here live, Mendez was last seen wearing something different than what you're seeing here in this picture. Police say he had a black zip-up hoodie on with a blue shirt with some writing on it and dark blue jeans. If you know anything, if you've seen him at all, call Beaverton Police or the Washington County Sheriff's Office. Back to you.
We'll hope for a break soon, Christine. Thanks. The man accused of shooting a Gladstone police officer and holding a subway employee hostage was arraigned today, and bail was set at $1 million. Jeffrey Giddings appeared by video from the Clackamas County Jail. You can see his bandaged left hand, which is grazed by
I
a
cleared
bullet
camera
at the end of
2.
Monday's reveal. Giddings faces
I don't know how you,
2 counts of
I
attempted
purposely didn't use
aggravated
camera
murder,
2 so you could
kidnapping, and a weapons charge.
move it over to
Started after
Jumbo.
an attempted traffic stop. Officers say Giddings started firing a gun at them and then fled into a nearby subway, where he continued shooting, injuring the officer and taking a hostage. The hostage was not hurt.
Portland City Commissioners narrowly approved a controversial plan to house 400 homeless people in a Northwest Portland warehouse. The warehouse is called Terminal 1. It's up for sale by the city, but the temporary homeless plan may block that. Supporters, including some homeless people, say it's badly
Well, you're
needed
gonna have to get
create
camera 1
temporary
over the
shelter.
chroma key as
But
well if
critics
you
say
want to
it
wait
puts a
for
new
this whole
neighborhood
dance.
at risk and is a bad bet for the city. Organizers
Well, I know.
say the shelter will
As
have
soon as I'm
beds
clear
and
this closer
kitchen,
to Joe.
along with temporary showers, bathrooms, and a washer and dryer.
But you know what I don't
will be
have?
up and running by October.
Today we learned a second Oregon beach has
I don't have this graphic.
fecal bacteria in the water.
The map?
Officials
Yep.
say water
Let's just go to the
at
VO.
Rock State Park Beach in Lincoln County has tested high for the
To the
Alright,
Jumbo.
camera 1 is clear.
Yesterday, a
Steph,
health
you're next.
advisory was also posted for Rockwood Beach in Tillamook County. They say if swallowed, the water could make you sick. Today we found signs
Wait, no,
along
they're not
the
supposed to
beach
be. Yeah.
advising visitors to stay out of the water. More ocean
Stretch.
samples were taken today at both beaches. And we
Camera
should
2
know
is
more
supposed to be
by
on its way to
tomorrow
Jumbo.
afternoon as far as whether it's safe to swim in those areas that they're warning us to stay out of right
going.
now.
It is day 5 of the
Stay
Rio
right.
Olympic Games, and so far we've seen some remarkable performances from American women.
That includes last night's dominating performance in women's gymnastics. KGW Stephanie Strickland live for us in Rio tonight. Steph, you talked to 2 other women who have more than a few gold medals between them.
Man, you want to talk about some serious hardware? They have. It was press conference day, as I like to say, and I don't really mind because it rained all day here. Rainy, windy, all of that. In fact, for one of the 2 people we talked to, it caused a bit of a challenge. We'll get to that in a minute. But first, let's start things off by talking about who is going to her 4th Olympics. That would be
Is this
Allison
Theo yet?
Not yet, no.
Felix. Now, she is incredible. One of the things I asked her about was the fact that she stands poised to break Jackie Joyner-Kersey's 6th medal Olympic record. Now, she's very quick in the press conference to tell me, hey,
Theo?
I gotta let you know, she has more individual medals than I do, which I thought was very kind. And she said that Jackie's been a huge influence on her, along with Jackie's husband, who, by the way, is Allison's coach. So they've had this
Camera 1 you
very
can
tough
loosen
year,
up a bit,
Allison has. She
put it
injured her
farther
ankle. She's been trying to battle back from that, and through it all, Jackie was there for her.
Jackie has been just an amazing person in my life, along with Bobby, but she has just been
Well,
a
the same
mentor to
situation,
me,
come
just
back
a
onto her
person,
live with
especially,
this
I mean,
thought,
she's
and then we'll
always
hot
throughout my
change
career,
to the
she
next
has
one.
encouraged me and helped me, but especially this year, you know, every time something new would happen,
Thank you.
that would kind of come up
from I don't know
Stand
where.
by.
Jackie was the first person calling me and supporting me and encouraging me. And so to even be anywhere in the same breath as Jackie is amazing.
Well, and apparently Jackie said that if anyone's going to, break her medal record, it might as well be Allison. So very, very cool sideline story there. By the way, Allison's ankle injury means that she did not qualify for her favorite event. She talked about that today. Her favorite event is the 200. So instead, she qualified for the 400. That is a race that she says is not just a dead sprint that she's used to. It requires a bit of strategy to be able to manage the distance. So it's something that she's thinking a lot about. She kicks off with her run on the 13th, which is Saturday. So keep yourself tuned in for that. Now I want to switch gears and talk about Kristen Armstrong. I mentioned the rain and the impact that it had on people today. In fact, because of the winds, they ended up canceling rowing again for a second day, which is really going to create some interesting difficulties because they don't have more pad in their schedule at this place. They really need to get the rowing competition underway, and that's not happening. So Kristen Armstrong, she's a cyclist, and amazing if you're not familiar with her. She set out to do something nearly impossible. She came out of retirement twice. She's dealt with some controversy over allegations of who should be here at the games, who did they choose. Well, they chose her, and she did it. She pulled it off, you guys. She claimed yet another gold medal at her third Olympics. This event is now basically synonymous with her name. It's the individual time trial. The puzzle that she saw when she woke up showed her what was going to happen. She had a nosebleed. At one point, she slipped to second. So she made up the time with her coach. She says, got in her ear, on her radio, in her headset, and told her, you know what? A medal is yours. You just need to decide what color you want. And that is when she finished in first place. Her 43rd birthday is tomorrow. She talked about the fact that she's almost 10 years older than any other competitor.
Stop it and then start it again.
I think that for so long we've been told that we should be finished at a certain age. And I think that there's a lot of athletes out there that are actually showing that that's not true. For all the moms out there, I hope that this was a very inspiring day.
Cute.
Second oldest female athlete, by the way, to my knowledge, to compete after someone in 1904, an archer, I believe. So speaking of being a mom, her son Lucas made it out onto the course, which was one of my personal favorite post-race moments. And this was adorable. So at the press conference, she said that her son told her, well, Mommy, I was hoping you would have a medal that's a different color from the other ones you have. She said, no, sweetie, Mama did not get the silver today. So very cute story. Let's go ahead and send it back to you in the studio.
Yeah, it's amazing to see the rain up there. It looks very, I don't know, Oregon up. Thanks, Steph.
Yes.
Well, in case you missed it, the U.S. men medaled in judo for the first time in more than a decade.
It is an accomplishment. One Southwest Washington woman won't soon forget. Mike Benner is back from Battleground with the story. Mike.
Yeah, Tracy, at the young age of 8, Travis Stevens told his mom he was going to the Olympics to compete in judo. Fast forward 22 years, Stevens did more than just compete. He took home a shiny medal.
Oh, she's got her in a pin. Not yet. Not total. The lake's trapped.
From her home in Battleground, Anna Stevens spent her Wednesday morning watching Olympic judo. The fighter competing for Canada is dating and soon to be engaged to Anna's son, Travis.
Oh,
no, you stay at the jumbo for the rest of this block and tease.
But Travis fared much better. A judo fighter himself, the Tacoma native won 4 matches, setting him up for a gold medal fight against Russia. But as you can see in this video, Travis came up short. But he didn't walk away empty-handed. Travis
somebody
leads Rio
unfloated
with a
the
silver medal.
Oh shit,
Listen to
that
this.
was
The first medal for U.S. men in
Oh no, you're right.
since 2004.
My first reaction was, I guess I hit the table. Dang, you lost. And it took me a few seconds, and then all of a sudden, I just let out. I hooped and hollered and yelled and screamed.
Cute.
What a thrill for that entire family. Unfortunately, Anna did not make the trip to Rio. She says Travis put his foot down, saying it just wasn't safe enough. So you can only imagine how excited Anna was to talk to her son after the big fight. They spoke by phone late last night. We'll have more on that special conversation coming up at 6. Now back to you.
We'll see you then, Mike. Thanks.
Several other Oregon athletes also compete today, and that includes Kim Hill playing for Team USA Volleyball.
Hill made some big plays as the U.S. worked to stay undefeated against Serbia. Hill and her team fought through 3 sets to come out on top. Serbia was also undefeated coming into today's match. With the win, Team USA moves on now to the quarterfinals.
Corvallis native Jacob Pebley qualified for tonight's semifinals in the 200-meter backstroke. Along with team member Ryan Murphy, they swim at 6:30 tonight.
And Lake Oswego native Santo Condorelli also swims tonight in the men's 100-meter freestyle. He's swimming for Team Canada and will compete against Team USA members Caleb Dressel and Nathan Feely.
You can watch Condorelli swim tonight during primetime coverage right here on KGW. Also in the pool tonight, Michael Phelps, Ryan Lochte, Katie Ledecky, and Missy Franklin. The men's gymnastics team also competes in the individual all-around final. And Carrie Walsh Jennings and April Ross are back on the beach, taking on the Swiss duo in volleyball.
Still ahead here tonight at 5, their business model is supposed to keep costs low.
But some former employees of Hannah the Pet Society say it's at the cost of the pets.
No, dogs, cats, bunnies, a lot of pets were euthanized there.
Up next, a KGW investigation into allegations of unnecessary euthanization, poor treatment, and
Reminder,
suffering.
no Matt.
What's really going on behind the doors of this popular Portland business?
All
Now
right.
I gotta cut 2 minutes of content.
Shift to the other side of the studio. We set up for the same thing we did yesterday, Mark, with the camera 2 and the 2 shot, camera 1 and the cross shot, and camera 3 over on Kyle. Greetings, Kyle. I'll have you stand exactly where you stood yesterday, okay?
Yes, dear. Yes, dear.
So, Kyle, remember when I had you move a little bit on that cross shot?
Yeah.
A little bit to your other way.
This way?
So last night,
Just a little bit more.
Ellie saw
Yeah, go back.
you and
Go
Laurel's
back to your
promo
right.
come on. She goes, Mom, that's the exact same promo for you, except they just put Laurel in this one. And I said, yep, honey, we are all simply interchangeable.
Judo, yeah, was last name.
90 seconds.
Kyle, you got me? Alright, 90 out.
I'll adjust Kyle. Okay, Kyle, take 2 steps to your right. Thank you. If you can do one more step to your right, that would be great. And Mark, I need his head off the graphic because there's the KGW Investigates on that upper left of the graphic, so don't put his head on the monitor, okay? If anything, pan right a little bit from over there.
Colin, do you have a sky cam for this next tease?
I will. Thank you for reminding me.
Matt, you'll have 2 minutes for weather, 2 minutes.
Okay, once
Reminder,
again,
you are
when
in
you
the
start
next
tossing to
block,
Kyle, you look
so
over it in
you are
30 seconds.
about 9 minutes out. 30 out. I've heard that about myself.
Okay, stand by, here we go.
Stand by.
Tonight, a KGW follow-up into a controversial pet leasing company accused of unnecessarily euthanizing several dogs.
Our investigative unit has been following this story for months, and now several former employees have come forward at the risk of being sued to expose how the Portland-based company allegedly put profits over pets.
Here's investigative reporter Kylie Boshi.
And the Pet Society has a different approach to pet insurance. In exchange for a monthly fee, the company covers all of your pet's food and health care. But here's the catch. You have to sign over ownership of your dog or cat, giving the company final say in all medical decisions. Former employees claim often those decisions are based on money, not the best interest of the animal.
Remember Buddy from all the fun things that he did?
It's never easy to say goodbye, especially when it's someone special. And for Sarah Marisco, there was no closer companion than Buddy.
He was absolutely perfect.
Sarah has epilepsy. When she got her Boston Terrier, Sarah found a perfect match.
He was my seizure dog. He completely could sense when I was gonna have a seizure, and he'd circle me and like tell me to lay down.
Sarah signed up for Hannah the Pet Society in January 2014. In late June of this year, Buddy became sick. Documents show Hannah initially gave Buddy a clean bill of health, but he kept getting sicker. 2 weeks later, a Hannah doctor told Sarah it wasn't good. Buddy had a tumor the size of a golf ball.
Hannah didn't want to pay, and it was a fight the whole way.
After getting the runaround, Sarah says Hannah eventually agreed to pay for an emergency procedure. Buddy was so sick, he had to be euthanized. Sadly, this is video from Buddy's last car ride. Sarah feels it didn't have to end this way. Buddy could have lived longer and been more comfortable in the end. She feels she was shortchanged by Hannah, a company she trusted, to help care for her companion.
I just wanted to look down and be proud that he's helped all the other dogs. And so that people realize what Hannah's doing, and there, there's another way.
Hannah has thousands of members who signed over ownership of their pets in exchange for care, and the Portland-based company continues to add more people to the plan. When members sign up for Hannah, they receive a binder explaining how pets will live longer, happier, and healthier lives, and there will be no more stress about unexpected veterinary bills. The company says their model helps keep costs low.
It's a more affordable way to provide pet care that's comprehensive and all-inclusive.
KGW first raised questions about Hannah in February after accusations that 3 adoptable dogs were euthanized. Since then, the Oregon Department of Justice has launched an investigation into the company. The state has received at least 18 complaints about Hannah. And now, for the first time, former employees tell KGW dozens of pets were put down due to poor care or because Hannah couldn't find them a home.
Yep. Dogs, cats, bunnies, a lot of pets were euthanized there.
We agreed to hide their faces and alter their voices because Hannah had them sign a non-disclosure agreement that forbids employees from ever publicly criticizing the company.
The culture at Hannah is abysmal. It's abysmal for the people and the pets.
The former employees outlined a series of concerns about Hannah, including unlicensed care, over-medication of the animals, and poor conditions.
They did not disinfect and clean and get the pets the proper care, 24-hour care that they should have had in those situations.
But most alarming of all are those allegations that Hannah euthanized adoptable pets.
I could list off of the top of my head several dogs that were euthanized that I do not feel should have been.
Internal documents obtained by KGW show Hannah euthanized at least a dozen puppies and dogs that were returned by members. Some had no record of aggression.
Some of the animals that would be euthanized would basically they would label them as aggressive, but it's because they had elimination issues or had been there for 8, 9, 10 months, a year.
So why would Hannah do this? Former employees say it's all about the bottom line.
My perception is those puppies are a commodity. They're a dollar sign.
As the Department of Justice says in their own literature, just because somebody says something doesn't make it true.
Hannah CEO Fred Wick says the company provides excellent care.
Full investigation is to go over the full screen.
Were justified.
It's a judgment call made by professionals. It's a judgment call. And it's made by people who know what they're doing. And they only make it as a last resort after trying everything that we can do to avoid having to make that decision.
For Hannah members like Sarah, there's little recourse. As part of the plan, she had to sign away ownership of Buddy. Hannah had control over what type of treatment he got,
On her way to beat
even
before it goes.
in his final hours. We have much more on what KGW investigators found out about Hannah and about the company's response on KGW.com. You can watch extended interviews with former employees and Hannah leaders, read about the allegations, the documents, and the Department of Justice investigation. Again, all at KGW.com. Back to you.
Kyle, thank you. When we come back, Matt Zafino joins us for a look at the weather and the heat up we'll see tomorrow.
And as we go to break, here's a look at the medal count from the Rio Olympic Games.
The Rio Olympic Medal Cup, brought to you by Standard TV and Appliance.
This is where we all get up in samba.
Yeah, the anchors are samba themed, the word samba themed.
Okay, I'm just gonna have Matt, we're just gonna go straight to Matt on the wall.
Matt's gonna start at the wall.
Yeah. So we're just gonna go straight to Matt and I'm gonna drop the T, so it'll be all Matt in this block.
Only Matt in this block.
Matt, we're about 2 minutes out. We're gonna come out straight to you on the wall, no anchors, and then I'm gonna have you toss to break. And 2 minutes for weather. He'll just start at the wall. Yeah.
Did he copy
So
when
you
you
can go get
talked to
another
him?
coffee. What's that?
Did he acknowledge when you talked to him?
Yes. My only question for you is his fonts are in the line I floated. Do you want me to throw them into line C4?
Yes, if you could. Because right now I've got nothing to font him with.
And then I think I'm probably do I keep the T's or the cute polar bear cub?
Polar bear.
I think it's actually gonna depend on how heavy Matt goes on me.
Just under a minute, Matt.
Out. Yes, we need to see your beautiful face. And out, stand by.
Here we go.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Matt Safino. This is Mount Hood, and boy, did it ever turn into a beautiful day, right? Temperatures warming back up to around 80 degrees, upper 70s after 2 days where we did not exceed 70. And we're going to exceed 70 by a whole lot in the days ahead. We'll get to that. Sky show for you, Mount
Tried to
Jefferson,
change to it,
as
but
viewed from our
it
sky
crashed.
cam on the Mount Hood National Forest and Timberline line.
Oh well.
And look at those clouds. They're trying to build, but they can't because there's too much warm air aloft. So they bubble up a bit, then they get smashed back on down.
This word aloft.
Winds blowing a little bit from west to east still, a little bit of onshore flow. That begins to change tomorrow. So the satellite imagery this morning that showed the low clouds, well, they burned off today and they won't really be visible at all tomorrow. Maybe a few patches of fog along the coast. 1 or 2 clouds, parts of Clackamas County, Multnomah County up against the Cascade foothills. That'll be about it for cloud cover for days. We hit 79 so far today. McMinnville was 81. And as we look around the state, 93 in Medford, 87 in the Dalles. Some things beginning to look like summer again on the high temperature map with 60s and 70s over on the Oregon coast. Here's the big picture, and again, it's northerly winds beginning to take over, and there's enough high pressure building over us right now, and we had a really good day, but it's going to get even stronger as we go into the days ahead, and that's why we warm up. So futurecast showing tomorrow morning, one little patch of low cloud. We've seen this several times actually this summer, where you have this one patch, parts of Multnomah and Clackamas County, then it burns off, and we're in the clear for the rest of the day. Notice the low clouds up the coast, but then they back off, and we end up with some really beautiful weather at the beaches for the end of the week and the weekend. Right now it's 79. The freezing level has rebounded up to 13,300 feet. Okay, tomorrow morning, little fog on the coast in the morning, and then sunshine for the rest of the day with high temperatures in the 70s. 90 in the valleys after a low of 58, so obviously warmer than today and pretty much clear all day long. Up in the Cascades, a low of 40, so it'll be chilly to start, but a high of 73, give or take, depending on your elevation. some great weather for hiking and camping in the Cascades over the next several days. Central Oregon, mid-40s for lows, mid-80s for highs. In the gorge, it's suddenly an east wind, only 5 to 15, but the strong west wind of late will take a break. We'll drop to 60 in Portland tonight with a clear sky, and yes, there's a half moon up there.
Shit.
Our high temperature tomorrow is 90, but it gets even warmer. On Friday, we're up to 96, Saturday 92, and then it cools off after that, but we keep the sun. Great nights for the Perseid meteor shower. No record highs. We'll be back right after this.
Damn it, I screwed myself. Alright, well, everything is dead. We're gonna have 15 seconds to say goodbye.
Alright.
Alright, we will have about 15 seconds to say goodbye when we go back and toss tomato. It's too busy trying to shorten that frickin' peas. Do you want to just leave them there or put them out? Yeah, let's go out front, yeah. We'll just... No, everything's dead. Sorry, Laurel, yeah. For prime time?
Well, shoot.
So, yeah, Michael Phelps is back in the pool tonight. There's actually lots of swimming. It's men's and women's. Nathan Adrian, Michael Phelps, Missy Franklin, Katie Ledecky. Men's gymnastics. Beach volleyball, Gary Walsh Jennings. And our hometown guy, Santo Cortellini, will be swimming in prime time. Yeah.
Are they going to be talking about that?
It sounds like they're gonna mention something about prime time.
Okay, stand by, guys. 15. I'm going to close on the Olympic flame then.
Okay.
Are they going to say night news is next?
Yes. You could probably just put the nightly graphic in there if you want.
It will. It'll change. Stand by. Right up to you.
Put your phone down, Joe.
Here we go. On cam. Two.
We won. The basketball team barely won. They almost lost to Australia.
Well, they probably barely showed up on the yacht they're living on.
Niley's next. We'll see it says.
Good night.
Yes, spoiler alert. I guess not really, 'cause we're not gonna watch men's basketball.
So this next promo is, again, 15, right?
Yes.
Who's reading it? And if you can get a chance as you're walking over there, Joe, can you grab those cables around the floor that Kyle left? You left a mess. They hang on that kind of post that's sitting right there.
So is there something differently on that metal count that we need to be doing? Like producers?
No. I don't know. I had ELC was delaying quite a bit. And it might have just been that we had a burp in the system and it just wasn't showing up right away.
Okay.
You know what I mean? As we've been witnessing with Miranda, there have been some...
You need to read it. It's temperamental.
You all set, sir? Joe, you all set?
Excuse me.
Okay, here we go. you need to read? Can you take a step to your right? Okay. Are you rolling, Master Control? Okay, here we go, on camera in 3, 2, 1, mic, go.
Fireworks at City Council next at 6. Why there's so much conflict over a plan that would get hundreds of homeless people off the streets. Plus, what Ammon Bundy says was really behind a scuffle between his brother and corrections officers at the Multnomah County Jail.
There you go.
So the mistake we made was we forgot to check the 360 box when we created the new stream. So it just showed the weird error.
Oh, okay. Well, we will try it again tomorrow.
Alright, 24 on there.
Coming up on the Olympic Zone, it's party time. Join us for a night of dinner.
I don't know how you're supposed to wear a Brazilian bikini if everybody eats like that.
And dancing in the marvelous city.
Oh, that was quick.
Coming up on the Olympic Zone, it's party time. Join us for a night of dinner.
I don't know how you're supposed to wear a Brazilian bikini if everybody eats like that.
And dancing in the marvelous city.
Director in the booth. There is a director.
Oh, you need to do the 27-7, don't you?
Do.
Hey, Mark, camera 1 over to,
Coming up on the Olympic Zone,
you know,
it's
chroma
party
key.
time. Join us for a night of dinner.
I don't know how you're supposed to wear a Brazilian bikini if everybody eats like that.
And dancing in the marvelous city.
Okay, I am at speed.
27:35. Thank you. 3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, I'm Matt Safino. Beautiful night out there right now after reaching near 80 degrees on Wednesday. Will be 90 on Thursday. So the warm-up begins in earnest tomorrow. Peaks on Friday with 96, still in the low 90s on Saturday. None of those are record highs. The record's all between 102 and 104 on those days. Drops back into the 80s after that, but look at this. We keep the sunshine. So a great summer forecast. Lots of warm, dry weather. Next couple of days, though, are hot. That's 27 at 7.
Doc. Is okay, yeah, we like I said, we forgot the 360 thing.
I do 6:37.
Okay. So I don't know why it didn't automatically start.
It didn't automatically start?
No, I had to manually start it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is the new one.
No, I haven't started yet. So I have to go to here. Clickety-boo.
Oh, apparently it's still live. Hey everyone. If I stop it.
If I stop it?
What time?
I can delete it, right? No.
Live control.